The JMGO N1s Pro 4K is a great projector that you can use anywhere, so let's take a look at what this thing can do. So full disclosure before we get started, the video is sponsored by JMGO, and they've sent me the projector for free to showcase to you guys. So the JMGO N1s Pro 4K features a mount triple color laser optics, and JMGO have combined multiple patterns to achieve better brightness, colors, and efficiency, and it really does show. It uses the NUM12T 9-chip laser, which integrates multiple RGB laser light sources, and it delivers 10 to 15% higher optical efficiency, 40% smaller package size, 10% better heat dissipation performance, and 30% lower cost than a traditional 14 or 28-chip laser, and they've dubbed the slogan as triple laser, triple the performance. But put in simple terms, it means that you can expect bright, vibrant, and accurate colors, all in an efficient package. Now, the N1s Pro 4K also offers a gimbal system, and this means not only is it suitable for home theaters, but it's also suitable to take with you and quickly set up anywhere. We even have a foam padded packaging which doubles up as a carry case for when you're transporting. So to demonstrate this, instead of using a table or a projector stand, I've just placed it on top of this box to do the review. With the N1s Pro 4K, they really have kept portability in mind, and its gimbal system has a 135-degree vertical tilt along with a 360-degree horizontal adjustment, so you really can just place this down and set it up in seconds. It also features autofocus and auto keystone correction, so this really can set itself up in seconds whatever surface you point it at. And of course, for those of you that will be using a screen, you can manually adjust the keystones and make everything perfect. Now, it's all achieved using a 3D time-of-flight sensor, a CMOS high-res camera, and a 6-axis internal measurement unit. And another great benefit is that it's going to detect if you're in front of the projector and cut the projection to make sure it doesn't go into your eye. So this is a great safety feature if you're using it in a garden, camping, or anywhere with lots of people. And I really appreciate it when reviewing, as I can't tell you how many times I've got a headache from filming projectors and shooting in front of it and then getting the projection in my eye just when I'm recording B-roll for YouTube videos. So when we start it up, you can see it's in fact running the Google TV OS, and this is great as it means you can install all of your favorite apps or games and you're not restricted by a limited app store. Initial setup is also easy, especially if you've already got an Android phone, and you can just scan the QR code and set it up through your mobile device, although there is still an option to set up using the projector only if you prefer to do that. Now, as you can see, the picture looks incredible, and I've tried to film it as best I can, but my camera always struggles with projectors, and I have to set the shutter speed incredibly low, so it really doesn't do it justice. But you can see it really does look great. We've got bright, vibrant colors making this suitable for gaming, media, movies, TV, and just about any media you want to watch. Now, the projector delivers 2400 ANSI lumens of brightness, so it's still usable in the day, and you can see here in brighter daylight, even with my open skylight directly above it, you can still watch the projector. Now, it's a 4K Ultra HD projector with support for HDR10. We've got a contrast ratio of 1600 to 1, 10-bit color depth, which is 1.07 billion colors, and it's using the Rec 2020 or BT 2020 color gamut. Now, the throw ratio is 1.2 to 1, and you can see this is the distance I've currently got it set at for my 100-inch screen. And as I said at the beginning, it doesn't matter what type of media you're watching on this, it just looks incredible, and I've really been enjoying some movies on here, and it even supports 3D movies from local and external sources. For TV shows, it's been spot on and just a pleasure to watch, and I'm currently in the middle of making a cinema room in here, but I'll be looking forward to having some people around and watching some sporting events with it. Now, for the gamers, we've also got two HDMI 2.1 ports on the back, and HDMI 2 supports eARC. We've also got a USB 2 port, a 3.5mm headphone jack, and then the DC port for the power. Now, I've tried a few different games on here, and it's great fun to play on this huge 100-inch display, especially the more casual games like Forza. Being that the projector is built with portability in mind, we of course have built-in speakers, and it features two 10-watt speakers that boast 45Hz extreme low-frequency bass, and they're Dolby Audio and DTS certified for improved sound reproduction. For those of you that are going to be needing the built-in speakers, they sound good and deliver a nice rich sound, and not horrible and tinny like we've come to expect from so many other built-in speakers, so we'll just take a listen to the sound samples now.
Forever changed. My mother was magnificent. he took it all from me.
What do we have here?
So of course, powering the device is Google TV OS, which means that there's plenty of apps and more can be downloaded from the store, and there's also plenty of customizations and recommendations. It also runs fast and snappy through the navigation, menus, and recommendations, and it's powered by MediaTek's MT9629 chipset, and it's got 2GB of RAM and 32GB of internal storage, and this left me with 24GB of usable space after the OS, and I chose to install a couple of apps on the startup like YouTube Music and YouTube TV. But for those of you that haven't used Google TV OS before, we've got all of the recommendations on the front for you page, and this includes all sorts like movies, TV shows, recommended YouTube videos, and videos from your YouTube subscriptions. We've then got a separate section for movies as well as a separate section for TV shows, and it just shows you loads of recommendations from things like Disney Plus and more, and it even gives you the option to rent content. Then we've got the app section where you can see we've got plenty of pre-installed apps like Netflix, Prime, Disney Plus, and we can reorder the app menu as well to suit your own personal usage, and you can of course search the App Store for new apps or just pick from the list using the different categories. Now the remote control is also nice and simple, and what I'd expect from a Google TV device these days. We've got the navigation and system buttons like volume, we've got a button to quickly switch your input sources, and we've even got shortcuts for YouTube, Netflix, and Prime Video. Pressing the settings button gives us access to the quick settings menu, and we can quickly enable the screensaver or change settings like picture, sound, accessibility, and Wi-Fi, and then up at the top we can access all of the settings. Now I'm not going to go through all of the sections as a lot of them are generic to Android TV and just a case of preference, but you can see we've got a projector section, and first up we've got the keystone correction. Now I would recommend leaving this on auto as the projector does a great job at automatically matching the screen to the surface, and it even avoids obstacles. And if you're using a screen like me, then just head into the correction settings and choose auto screen fitting, and as you can see it just perfectly matches my screen. Now next up we've got focus, and I've left it to autofocus and it's done a great job every single time, but for those of you that want it, we do have manual focus. Now under image adaptation, you can move or zoom the image and then restore it to default, and projection type is just to select the projection method you're using, so if you mounted it to a ceiling for instance, you can select that to flip the picture. Now we've got smart eye protection as I said earlier, and this was on middle by default, which has worked well for me so I haven't changed it. We've then got adaptive wall color if you're projecting onto a colored wall and you want better color accuracy. Now system calibration is a one-click optimizer to free up the memory of the projector, and auto dust removal is going to run the fan at full power for 60 seconds to remove any dust. Now of course you can go into picture and customize the picture exactly to your liking, as well as selecting from different profiles like vivid, standard, movie, and game. And then under sound we've also got different profiles to choose from as well. But overall, I've been impressed with the N1s Pro 4K from JMGO. Not only have we got a bright 4K Ultra HD display that looks incredible, but we can easily take it with us wherever we go. And thanks to the built-in Google TV, we don't even need to worry about taking external hard drives, Fire Sticks, or any other streaming devices. Now the 2400 ANSI lumens means that you can also watch in the day if you want to, but of course projectors always look much better in the dark environments, and they deliver a lot more contrast in lower light as well. So of course I've placed a link to the projector down in the description below, so you can go ahead and check that out now. And hopefully I've covered everything in today's video, but if there is anything I've missed or you've got any questions at all, then just ask them in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with the latest tech.